we've talked about the different types of potential clients in the gym. So you got your, in the metaphoric sense, you have your firstborn, oldest child, you got your middle problem child, and you got the baby in the gym. All right. So today we're going to talk about the 3 different primary routes you can take when it comes to fitness. So this video is about people who may be looking for the best route to take for themselves, or this could be for trainers too who need to educate themselves or educate someone else on the best route to take for a client or a potential client. All right, so everybody's not the same, everything is different, so we want to talk about a few key points to kind of realize and understand about the different types of people that you run across, because everything may not be for everybody. And like I've said before, everyone is not a potential personal training client. Some people require, need, or prefer different things that work better for that particular person. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So the 3 best routes, the 3 primary routes we're going to talk about today are group exercise, personal training, and solo on your own or following a plan, whether that be a written plan or online training plan, something that you just kind of keep yourself accountable for by yourself. So we'll talk about the 3 different ways you can get your fitness goals achieved and to know which one probably is going to work the best for you. We'll start off with group exercise. All right, so looking at my notes as usual. All right, so with group exercise, you're going to know that group exercise is for you starting off if you are brand new to the fitness world. If you are brand new to fitness, brand new to workout, then group exercise is probably the route that you need to take. I say this because you get to work out with a group, you get to work out with other people who enjoy that group environment, you get to work out with people you can feed off of and learn from, and you're not going to feel singled out or intimidated, and you get to come to an environment where the music is blasting, people are happy, people are excited. It'll be more of a social event mixed with exercise, you know, so you'll feel like it's something that is really good for a beginner or somebody who's trying to become accustomed with the group environment. With that being said, group exercise is also for you if you enjoy group and social activities, okay? So if you're somebody who spends a lot of time with clubs, you know, you really enjoy team sports, you're a part of a fraternity or sorority, you spend a lot of time doing church activities or volunteer activities with big groups, then group exercise is right up your alley because you like, you know, coming and participating in the fellowship of the group atmosphere on top of being able to, you know, achieve your fitness goals as well. All right, so that's another way to know that group exercise will probably be your thing. And also too, if you struggle with a lack of motivation, group exercise is a really good way for you to come and feed off of the environment, take instruction from a trainer, not have to think a whole lot about what's going on. You just show up, you follow the instructions, you do what everybody else is doing in the class. You don't feel like you're suffering alone, and you feel really empowered being in that setting where, you know, you can really feel like, okay, I'm doing this, my partner next to me is doing this, my best friend, you know, over here is doing it with me too, and we're getting this together. After this, we're about to go, you know, sit down and talk and laugh and talk about class or just talk about life stuff, you know, and then you have something to look forward to, almost like a event versus feeling like, oh man, I'm about to go work out and sweat and this is gonna suck, you know. So that's how you know group exercise is the thing for you or the thing for a potential member or client that you're talking to. All right, so moving into personal training. Personal training, I say, in my opinion, is for someone who has a little bit of exercise knowledge but still struggles with that same lack of motivation, But the thing that differs from personal training and group exercise is that you prefer that personal, hands-on, individualized attention. So if you're someone that's saying, well, I don't mind the group, but I really don't care for kind of the box lunch, if you will, so if you're someone who's like, I want something that's kind of special made to order for me, then personal training is probably for you. Now, personal training is also, for the person that may be lacking motivation, but it's for the person that may or may not be coming in with a good base. So when I say good base, if you're coming into your personal training journey completely out of shape or with zero exercise background, more times than not, it'll be hard for you to stick with it because you're going to feel like, oh, I'm spending all this money, I'm struggling and suffering, every session. And, I'm kind of not feeling motivated. I really like my trainer. They're really good, but this just sucks. Maybe I should have started somewhere else. More times than not, if you are brand new to fitness or you have a really low conditioning rate or really low background, I always suggest for people to start off taking group exercise classes, okay? Going back to group exercise really quick. So if you are brand new to fitness, I do not suggest that you start off with personal training. I suggest you do things that are free or cheaper on your budget, because once you get into personal training, that could be a really big investment. And if you're not somewhat ready to go or somewhat understanding what it takes to be successful along with your personal trainer, it could be something that you kind of naturally feel like could be a waste of time. That being said, you do have the extreme, opposite, to where they don't have a lot of exercise background or anything like that, and they want to start off from a very specific place without feeling like they're, having to join the group and, kind of be involved in that environment. So you do have two different extremes. I like to tell people to start off with something free to just, get their feet wet before they go and spend a whole bunch of money on personal training. There are a percentage of people who are just like, you know what? I don't really care for the group environment. I want something specific to me starting off. I have the money, so let's do it. All right. Which brings me to my next point is personal training are for people who are financially stable and who can afford it. You have to remember, these personal trainers, they've spent years in school, years of experience, certification. So you have to reasonably assume that, not only are they human beings with their own bills and things to take care of, these are people that are going to have and place a high value on themselves, their time, and their expertise. So when they tell you that they're worth a certain amount per session or per hour or per month, if you're not ready to commit to that long term or for a complete cycle, however long that cycle is with that particular trainer, then you're not going to really reap the benefit. So if you're going into it thinking, oh man, like that's a lot of money, it's probably not for you. So if you're not ready to think of personal training as an investment in yourself for the long term or for the necessary amount of time, then that is another big non-fitness factor that is important before you jump into a personal training journey. If you are not financially stable or positioned to afford personal training for a complete, long-term cycle in order enough to go through certain progressions and see your results, then I would say stay away from personal training until you're able to check that box off for yourself, okay? All right. So the last one is working out on your own or following a exercise plan. So this one is really specific to the person. If you're somebody who, jumping into the tips, working out on your own or online training or following a plan is something that is for you. If number one, you don't struggle with motivation, so you are a self-motivated person, you don't need someone, jumping on you or following up or breathing down your neck or really pushing you to, get up and go to the gym. That is number one, all right? Following a plan or online training will also be cheap, but again, you don't want to invest time into something if you know you're not at the level or personality type to get up and go do that on your own, all right? Number two, working out on your own or personalized plans or online plans are really good for people who have some type of knowledge and experience. So if you grew up and you were an athlete, or if you're a trainer yourself, or if you used to go to group exercise classes a lot, or you used to work out with a partner or a trainer in the past, and you have a fundamental base of how things work, what rest looks like, and what proper technique and form looks like and feels like, and how to move through your own workout and workout sessions, then following a plan and working out on your own is for you. If you don't know and understand what those things feel like, you can have the perfect exercise prescription for yourself, but if you don't have any experience on how to move through that and the ins and outs and kind of intangibles that go with working out on your own, then it's still going to be very hard for you to be successful, okay? Because you can read a piece of paper and you can understand the information verbatim, but if you don't have the practical skills and practical experience and expertise on how to execute those things properly, then working out on your own, you may feel like you're motivated and you're saving money, but you still could be doing things wrong and not really achieving your goals that way as well. All right. So we talked about struggling with consistency. If you're someone who doesn't struggle with being consistent and you have that motivation about yourself, then working out on your own, following a plan will not be an issue. And the last thing too is if you're someone who likes to learn. So you have to be someone who enjoys learning and enjoys kind of reassessing themselves every, few weeks or few months, depending on your training cycle or training plan. So what that means is even if you follow your plan to the T, you're super motivated, you're eating, you're doing everything you need to do, at a certain point, your body will plateau and need something different, or will need a change in order to shock your body for more growth or more results. So if you're somebody who could be stubborn as far as planning out their cycles, or not wanting to, really change stuff up, or you're not really interested in learning or continuing to grow within prescribing things for yourself, then you may need to just really find a really well-versed personal trainer, or you can work out on your own. Just know that you may need to set aside a small budget to always purchase, a new plan, or purchase the advice from a new perspective or a new trainer, and then take that advice and then go back to working out on your own. All right. So those are the three main areas of how to achieve your fitness goals as far as which arena you should be in. So group exercise, personal training, and then working out on your own or following a plan. So if you enjoy the group environment, you kind of lack motivation, or you're brand new to fitness and you want to save a lot of money, group exercises for you. If you like a more individualized approach and you can afford it, and you feel like, it's something that you're ready to commit to long term, personal training will probably be for you. If you're someone who has a exercise knowledge or background as far as the fundamentals of exercise, and you don't mind learning and, reevaluating and growing over time, then working out on your own is for you. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope this helps people out there working out or starting their fitness journey, or maybe inside of their fitness journey already, and they're trying to figure out, what's the best route to take, or if they need to switch it up or not. And then also I hope this helps trainers too, so that you continue to understand everybody is not a potential personal training client. Some people may just need to attend all of your classes and then gain advice from you, which of course there's money making ways in those realms as well. So it's not always just trying to land a client to train them one-on-one in a personal training session. There are other ways to create impact as well as grow your business. So hope this video helps. I'll see y'all later. Peace.